Brandon George's relative athletics score, a 9.93, really stands out to me very well. Totally a sleeper pick in this draft by far. Most likely that one underrated linebacker you don't want to overlook. Watching his highlights show me he has heart and wants to give his best effort out on the field. I love the fact that he said in one of his interviews, "Don't look at the scoreboard, just help our offense get the ball back." From my mind, that's telling me, even if we make one or two mistakes in a game, shake it off and keep playing. And that's pretty rare for young players in college to even say that and to, think like that in a game where it's just the same amount of speed, 50-50 type speed, but it's not way faster. So that means to me that Brandon George has a mindset of an NFL vet already in college. And the one play that stood out to me in one of his highlights is the West Virginia game where he, picked up the ball and scooped his score and went for the touchdown and just created more opportunities and help for his defense to, be, powerful, to be, gritty, to be strong, fearless out there on the field. That's the type of things that I like in a player. And I love when he mentions those things. And I love when he mentions grit. I love when he mentions, hard work and discipline and determination in his interviews. And he's always going to rally for his guys, and he has that commitment of brotherhood. He's committed to being, a team player, and team players that commit to brotherhood and brotherhood committing to the team just stands out, let alone for you and GMs and, players in the locker room and even for the coaches. That really stands out well for, guys that, want great players, that have great character, that have great mindsets, that have, leadership ability, knows how to work the media pretty well and listens to their questions and don't go off like a, jerk or a diva per se. But he does have that knack of a captain. You know what I'm saying? A captain that could be someone that could be a captain, not just only for the defense, but be a captain for the special teams. And I definitely could see that in Brandon George coming out of Pitt. So, he is one of these sleeper picks next to, the other two picks I just talked about. Zeke Biggers, Ty Robinson out of Nebraska Cornhuskers. Those guys really line up pretty well as sleeper picks. And some may think that Ty Robinson doesn't have sleeper in him, but GMs and scouts, they see differently. They see differently when it comes to the players. And it doesn't matter of the name. It matters of the talent. It matters if you got the effort. It matters if you really want to be there for your players. It matters if you want to be there, from point A to point B in each transition. So coach is really looking to that type of stuff. And could he be a sleeper pick in those scouts and GMs and head coaches' mind? Hell yeah. But he's not a sleeper pick to those who want to watch him and see him on the games and watches his film and break down what kind of, player he can be out there for a team that's defensively needed, sound. They need defensively sound players. But Brandon George, to me, I don't know if he'll fall round 3. I don't know if he'll fall round 4, round 5, round 6. I don't know. But if he does fall to those, categories of rounds in this year's draft, then take him. If I'm the Lions and if I'm Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and the rest of the scouts and, the coaching staff and even Coach Shep, if I'm looking at this kid, I'm looking at him based off the hard work, the effort, the heart, the tenacity, and not only just the tenacity, but the grit. And the grit and the willingness to have his brothers back out there. That's the one things I should be looking at when I'm looking at Brandon George. If I'm Brad Holmes or Dan Campbell or any of the rest of the staff, that's what I should be looking at. And we all know Brad Holmes love his Alabama guys. We all know Brad Holmes love his, diamond in the rough guys that he likes to draft. And I know he likes to draft guys who could be key players rotational wise, whether if it's special teams or just moving on up to start. He loves those type of guys. He loves eyeing for that. And he has a great knack of, eyeing for talent and identifying with the talent. So in my mind, I think Brandon George could be that type of talent that he's definitely got his eyes on. So give me your thoughts on Brandon George out of Pitt. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm Chicken Nugget King 313. Tell a Lions fan to tell a Lions fan to come join the journey. Tell the sports fan to tell the sports fan to come join the journey. And holler back at your boy. And if you don't know who Brandon George is, just look him up. He's on YouTube and look up his interviews. It's sharp. Talent, sharp. The discipline to make a tackle, it's sharp. The discipline to block a pass or to, get after the quarterback, it's there. It's eye-opening. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you holler back at the boy. Like, share, subscribe again. And yeah, one pride, one love, one Detroit. Let's go. We on the up and up, baby. Yeah. 313. One pride, baby. Yeah. Hit my theme music.
From the D where the teams all grind, no luck. Wings on the ice, Tigers on the up. Lions roaring, Pistons never stuck. Detroit sports talk, we just don't give up. It's the Chicken Nugget King bringing you the scene. Hitting every stat like a switch so clean. From Joe Louis days to that Ford Field clean. 313 in the house, living the dream. Takes flying like a deep end zone throw. Barry ran the block, made defenders eat snow. From Comerica to LCA, it's all flow. Detroit's got a heartbeat in case you didn't know. It's the Chicken Nugget King bringing you the scene. Hitting every stat like a switch so clean. From Joe Louis days to that Ford Field clean. 313 in the house, living the dream. We cheer, we scream for the play. Sports talk, electric, every night, every day. Changing the game, got no cliches. Detroit in our veins, that'll never fade away. Red and blue pride, Motown gets loud. Pistons in the mix till the fans go wild. Lines breaking curses, yeah, we stand proud. Chicken Nugget King repping that hometown crowd.